14,430 pounds of full-time capable family camping goodness. 377 middle bunk or bonus room with loft North Point, complete with washer and dryer, already installed. Rolling in down here at Haylett RV Brokers of Coldwater, Michigan. And buddy, she looks good. So the story goes, the folks had been in Texas, had lived there for years, did a lot of virtual full-time and stuff, which makes sense being in North Point, and moved back up here to Michigan, and job changed, time changed, and just no longer had need for the old coach. That's the reason she's here. And that's good news for you folks, because, I mean, God, there's a lot to cover. I got to start from the top and work my way down. Both here in the living room as well as in the bathroom, you'll see rain-sensoring max air vent fans. And I love that vaulted ceiling and the indirect ceiling lighting. You'll see more indirect lighting like all over the place, like under the kitchen counter line and whatnot. It just helps you really navigate the RV, especially at night when your main cabin lights are off. We've got wisp ducted air here in the living area, which is where you spend most of your time, but you have dual central air units, so this thing's got just awesome cooling capacity. You'll see this thing's actually really heavily optioned out. There's not much that was available at the time this was built that isn't actually expressed on this coach. Direct facing entertainment centers straight across a big plush heat massage theater seat right there. And obviously we've got the night shades rolled down, blocking out all the sun. But if we take a quick look, you can see that this thing's just, starting from back here, tons of window coverage. They all open for airflow. It gives you awesome visibility of your site, so you get to keep an eye on what's going on with like your site, your kids, your stuff, instead of only staring at the neighbors. The entertainment center here is interesting. You see the backlighting behind it. That's actually from a window outside. That is a pop-up down big old flat screen TV. Down below that is our electric space heating fireplace. Those things put out a lot of heat, by the way. They do a very good job. Little Jayco doing Jayco things. We got ourselves a floating footrest storage ottoman right there. Just an extra little ditty that most brands have just never seemed to include. And that is a large trifold sleeper sofa in the back. You can see it's a little bit oversized compared to something like an Eagle hide-a-bed, another member of the Jayco family, because the stands on either side of that are a little bit reduced in size. And the folks did use this, but they really did an awesome job taking care of it. All of your soft goods, like your fabrics, your balances, all your stuff, like nothing is worn down, nothing is beat up, nothing's chewed up. It looks really good in here. That is heat massage power recline, by the way. Those night shades really going to do us a number for blocking out a lot of sunlight, which handy while we're recording video, but nicer to keep you cooler in the hot summer sun of your destination. Now, this is what I call a destination dining desk, where you've got two full-time chairs. The table does extend. The top easy lifts for some storage below. But you also have a pair of chairs that can stow away in the front closet or under the bed, or you can just leave them at home. So it's kind of a 2+2 chair kind of arrangement. North Point and Pinnacle are both kind of known for this. They have bigger islands versus the average Bear commonly, and there's a lot more prep space. And I love that it's asymmetrical, meaning the sink is on the left side, and it leaves all that prep space over here, so that even if the sink is in use, you still have functional space on either side of this thing. Now down below here, you can see some drawer and cabinet space, but if we take a look, you can see that you've got three big drawers right there. Not to mention, as we slide over here, you see some big wide open storage space, but you might notice a funny little door. Well, I think these folks had a cat. I've never seen this before, but that looks like a cat door to me. But it doesn't smell like cats in here. I mean, and that, of course, that sounds like the kind of thing I'm going to say. Like, you think, yeah, sure, buddy, your paycheck depends on you selling this thing. Well, okay, I can acknowledge that. But come see it for yourself. See it in person. They kept a clean house, and they did a really good job. If we open all this stuff up right here, what you see is you've got a convection microwave. And then over here in that pantry, that's just tons of storage space with all kinds of drawers hidden inside the pantry. Not to be outdone, however, by all of the drawer space right here under this sealed burner stove top. Even a big drawer below that larger Furrion 22-inch oven. Now, those sealed burner stoves are about the only thing in the RV showing any measure of use. They obviously did some cooking in here, but again, when you're not just camping casually, when you spend virtual full-time in this, although it sure doesn't show that kind of wear and tear. Hold on. Let me get you up here. They got a little sign up here. It has the definition of hangry on it. That's funny. How did I miss that the first time through here? I love little Easter egg stuff like that. This is the residential refrigerator, meaning this does have a 1,000-watt inverter to be able to power that thing if you are going to go off the road. No, not off the road. That sounds dangerous. Off the grid or on the road. Those are the phrases that were in my head, and I managed to jumble them up and mix them both up. One of the only things that I saw that was like missing is in here in the bunk room. The upper bed that folds up and down, the mattress is just gone. The previous owners didn't use it. Very few people I found actually will sleep on that regardless, because it is a small bed, good for a little kid. But I'm not super worried about it because you have another trifold sleeper right here. And this is one of the cool things about this North Point. You see the little table mount points right there in the floor. It is one of the most functional multi-flex rooms you're going to find. It's an office, it's a den, it's a game room, it's a second living room, it's a second bedroom. It's a lady cave, like a she shed, a man cave, whatever you want to call it. I mean, that desk space, all the drawers, just every little thing they can. Now here's a little free tip from your Uncle Josh, the RV nerd. Those drawers, it is possible that they can pop open and get caught behind that slide flange before the slide goes out. It's not hard to avoid. Just make sure you have something that keeps those drawers shut, like they're stuck together or something like that, so they don't, pop open behind the... If they get behind that slide flange, the only way to get back there is you got to open the slide and probably bust the drawer to get to it. There's just no other way around it. Now, you'll see up in the loft, there's a little stool just kind of sitting there. I think they use that down here. They probably use this as something of like an office or workspace. And that extra TV in here, it could be, computer monitor, it could be entertainment, it could be a little bit of anything. Now, good storage in here. Like, this could be kitchen pantry space. It could be, extra clothing space. It's super flexible. That's the whole point of a middle bunker bonus room, is they only do everything. It's a Swiss Army camper, basically. It just grows, and it grows with your needs, and it adapts. But what's interesting is this adjustable shelving can be removed. You've got hanging space right there. But what's also kind of interesting is that is a full pass-through cabinet, which is not something you see a lot of. Sliding privacy door here for the bunk room, by the way. If I slide around that corner real fast, you see that door hanging wide open. It's weird. It's different. I don't know. It works. It's kind of cool. Our little master command center is kind of hidden away up here. And for all your normal lights and everything, you've got switches for all that stuff. But what is cool is this does have LCI 1 control equipped on it, so a lot of that stuff, including your leveling system, can be activated right here. And where that's cool is if you've got, your LCI hooked up to your phone and you're backing up to the fifth wheel, you can raise and lower the nose of this thing. And what I was tripping on right there is the 0G gas strut on those more ride steps. I kick that thing all the time in my video tours because I'm backing up without looking where I'm going. Central vacuum system in the steps with what I love to call the electric dustpan. You can just kind of toe kick that little baby up. It'll activate the suction point, and you can just sweep stuff right into it, all through your carpetless kitchen area. Built-in bunk ladder, in case you're curious and not familiar, it of course does pivot out. You don't have to kind of dig your toes into the wall to get there. As we come up here, it doesn't look like this was ever used, which is normal. This loft area, or attic storage space as I would call it, very rarely gets used, and that's the stool that I think they were using downstairs in the office. TV hookups on that wall, by the way. Bathroom's phenomenal. You've got sliding privacy door here as we come in, and this is a true pocket door. It actually does latch open and close, which is kind of cool. They spent a little more money on that. And little things like this, typical Jayco stuff, they always add one more thing. They never do enough. They always do a little bit more than that. Great linen space in here, and I like how they put shelf space in here to make it more functional. A couple little linens left over from the previous owners. They said, yep, that was our camper stuff. We don't need it, so don't worry about it. You folks don't want it when you take it home? Throw it away. No big deal. It's yours. You bought it. Porcelain foot flush stool with plenty of leg space, and there's some more of that lower accent lighting that I talked about previously. It, one switch activates the lower accent lighting, like in the kitchen, in the bathroom, in the bedroom, so that it's like a navigation system at night. Stainless sink, inset into that sealed edge countertop there. And that is a seamless one-piece shower with corner seating area, which is really handy. Backlit morning mirror, originally debuted in the Jayco Eagle, that has since made its way all around Jayco through a lot of their higher-end lines like this. And again, another one of those rain-sensoring vent fans to really get some good airflow going. And those vents, they sound to be open right now, but I'm not seeing sunlight shine through. I haven't been on the roof yet. We'll go on the roof before we're done, but that really indicates to me that this does have roof vent covers over those vents. Factory installed, second air conditioner, all centralized. Now, this, one of the cool things about like Pinnacles and North Points that you'd find down in the street at Haylett RV is they have some of the tallest, biggest bedrooms out there. So a big, tall guy like me, tons and tons of headroom space. This one was built with the king bed option. That does lift up. The 2 extra fold-away chairs for the dining table are stored under there right now. And as you can see up here inside this front closet, the previous owners had a stackable washer-dryer installed. So another kind of feather in the cap of this one being a little more full-time capable. Now there's a motion sensor up here. If I wave my little hand around, you see that those light right up. That's a nice deep closet. And they got just a whole mess of coat hangers or shirt hangers or whatever on the floor right there. But again, no big deal. You don't want them, throw them out when you take her home. No big deal. Dresser here below the entertainment center. And it's not just TV ready. So you go up here past this big breeze window, you see we've got Furrion TV installed. This one, like I said, it's pretty much got it all. Below our bedroom and bathroom, we have ourselves a giant drop frame storage compartment. TV hookups in the bottom right corner of the screen right now, and I like that rubberized flooring. It helps keep everything in place. Central vacuum collection point on the upper left. She is roof solar ready. Between the central vacuum and that light right there, that is where the wiring is run. If you choose to install a solar system, you can put a charge controller right there. And this right here is one of the things that I think helped really kind of help the 377 North Point that we're looking at bust through the mix, because there are so many mid-bunks. Anybody who builds a fifth wheel builds at least one mid-bunk. Some build 2 or 3. Well, North Point was one of the first ones to come up with a good functional camp kitchen, and the way they did it is instead of the drop frame stopping at just the storage compartment, they extended the drop frame here, so you get a bigger fridge, and that cooktop is lower to the ground where it's easier to use and get to. Now, you don't want that cooktop and you brought a Blackstone griddle or something like that, no sweat. Leave it folded down. It's a stainless steel prep space, and there's still a gas grill quick connect there for you. That quad step right there is, as I mentioned briefly earlier, the 0G variety of the MORryde stable steps, which are the type that will like hold themselves perpendicular to the ground and won't fall on you. I didn't mention it inside, but you do have 6.5 foot tall walk-in slides, and that's easy to tell because you got a 6.5 foot tall residential sized entry door right there. You've also see that there are dual power awnings on this model, which is, I mean, the whole thing is just patio space. It's awesome. But you may also notice how it has factory installed slide awnings as well. I think the only option I don't really see on this that was available at the time this was built is a factory installed generator, but it actually was built generator ready. You can see the compartment up front there. All the wiring and everything is in place. This has the MORryde suspension and pin box combo to give it just awesome ride and handling, considering it's a 400 some odd pound fifth wheel. Little enhancements and touches like that below your dually or what have you are always welcome. The skin, high gloss, looking great. Like when I start here in Texas, I mean, folks down there, y'all get a lot of sunshine. I mean, we get hot summers up here at Haylett RV, but you get heat that we just only read about in books. I'm aware of this. Well, when I hear that, I start thinking, oh, how well kept was the exterior? Gloriously. I mean, let me get right up here. They did just a phenomenal job. You can still see the high gloss reflectivity right there. This is another cool thing. This is a tankless on-demand water heater. As long as you have propane and 12 volt to power the circuit system and the igniter, you got hot water, folks. That's just how she works. All privatized, enclosed, heated, protected docking center, because this is, and very well qualifies for like 0 to 100 degree rated. And I like how they even fully skirt everything. The skirting goes all the way down to the I-beams. There's no gap in there. It's just extra nice touches. Remote control capable 6-point auto leveling via that LCI1 control system. And the upper apex of that rear wall, it's not just backup camera ready. They actually had a rear view camera installed on this, so hey, there's a bonus. And down here in this corner, this is a very underappreciated thing, and I was kind of sad to see it was phased out of a bunch of other Jayco series, and that is the SantaCon Turbo Waste System. Basically, this has, think of it like a garbage disposal for your black tank. It's got a thing that chews up solid mass, then it has a power exhaust shooter, basically, and built-in handle and hose, so you don't actually have to have like separate sewer hoses and stuff unless you need an extension. It's really cool, and it exhausts your tanks quicker and gets you back to camping faster. 300-pound accessory hitch on the rear here below the bumper, giving you a perfect place to add things like a bike rack, although it doesn't look like it was ever used. And once again, just all the windows in the world over here on the camp side of the RV, giving you an amazing view of your final destination. That sounds a little scary, doesn't it? Not what I meant. Another thing I wondered about when I heard Texas owned and used was what was the roof going to look like. And after seeing the sidewalls, I wasn't really surprised. This thing looks absolutely phenomenal. As I suspected when we were inside, they put the roof vent covers on up here. All the seals look great. The only thing I can say about it up here is that cap, your sewer vent cap, looks like the top popped off. You know, I try to always find at least one glitch or defect in any used RV, or really any new RV, so that you folks know that I am realistic about this stuff. I always try to be as fair as possible. I'm just having a hard time finding stuff I don't like about this one. She is really sharp. Oh, and by the way, your solar prep plug is right over here. So give us a call. This is Haylet RV Brokers of Coldwater, Michigan. We sell these RVs on consignment, but don't let that mess with your head. As far as you're concerned, it's just another used RV. Because, you know, just like down the street at Haylet RV, give us a call. We do it all. Hitching, pieces, parts, trades, finance, RV delivery, and everything in between. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy Haylet camping, everyone.